Right, little update on the classic mini Micra. I thought I'd take this video because I am really just testing out my new microphone. There it is, the fluffy head connected to me and the other bit connected to this camera. So we'll see how we get on with it. A couple of things I want to show you. The intake pipe work coming off the throttle body there. I will show you this later when it's attached in the car. But a 90-degree bend, I think these pipes are about 80mm. There's a little straight connector there, and then there's another 135 bend bit of pipe work. And then I've got this little dinky, what's it say? Ram air sponge filter, which will just tuck behind the mini grill. So that's going to be my air intake. I think there is going to be a little pipe coming off there to feed into the rocker cover on the engine, but we'll get to that when we get to it. So hopefully this microphone's working. I can see the sound bar bouncing up and down on the back screen of the camera. There shouldn't be any change in the pitch or the volume of my voice, but what else we got? So this is the fabricated manifold, the inlet manifold I've been doing. It's got the remains of the front of the original Micra inlet manifold up to about this point here, just before this grey gunge on there. The reason I cut it all off there is because I wanted to keep the injector holes. It's 4 injector holes. 1, 2, 3 and 4. That keeps everything standard from an injector point of view. Allows the fuel rail, the standard Micra fuel rail, which is this thing, to fit on. And there's the 4 holes that the little fuel injectors sit in. So that allows that. And I've got this modified, I think it's Toyota, inlet plenum airbox, whatever you want to call it. I think there's a few names for them. So I carved that off that original one, welded them shut. So that's where they would have came in originally. And then on the underneath, which is a flat bottom, I've bored out 4 holes. And then the cunning plan is that we'll bolt onto that through a gasket, so that this heavy box up here, well, it's not that heavy, but I suppose it is with the throttle body on it, that can bolt on and off. And there's the throttle body there, the original Micra one. I had to do a little conversion plate there to get that to fit onto that. We've got 3 available ports going into this this plenum here, which is ideal. I'll probably use that one for this pipe. So that one will attach onto there. That one will probably attach onto the back of the rocker cover, and that one I'll probably just blank off, but I can use it in the future if I ever wanted anything using a vacuum, like a brake servo or something like that. So these three are ideal. So this has been cleaned up. I could probably do with painting it. I did try my best doing all this aluminium welding, but it was a real pig. All these big thick sections onto these thin sections. Kept burning through the back of it. I think I got it gas sealed, if that's the term, with my welding. I don't think there were any holes in it, but what I've done is I've used this liquid metal, this 2-part kind of epoxy gunge here. I've just been pasting that around. I'll give that a bit of a sand down, and there was a couple of little bits on this face here which I just need to sand down as well. And then I can mask some of these mating faces up along here. Maybe just give this a bit of a paint or something like that. Because it shouldn't get too hot because it's the inlet manifold side. So there is cold air rushing through this thing. But we'll see what happens. So yeah, this is the inlet side. Once we get that built up, I'll let you have a look. Well, I've finished the prep on this intake manifold. When there's not much of this gungy liquid metal left, I've managed to dress most of that off. It's purely aesthetical really for when I paint it. I've masked off the mating faces and where the injector's going. I don't want any paint in there. The rest will be alright. So I'm going to give that a bit of a coat of silver. Yeah, I might leave that silver, but the plenum box thing I modified. Might eventually paint that black. But again, yeah, I've masked off mating faces on the top as well, you can see. And the intake pipes I've masked off. Put some bolts in where there's some threads. So yeah, I'm just going to give that a bit of a seal with some silver paint I've got left. Let's put you on the stand and then we can give it a bit of a spray.